Hi, how are you doing? This is Travis from Curiosity Marketing Group, and I'm going to show you how to edit a few different things on the website, such as the success stories and the calendar, and then some of the internal pages as well. So let's get started. So the way that you log in is you'll have the URL and you do / either wp-admin, or you can do /login. /login is probably easier to remember. So then once you get to the screen, you will type in your username and your password, and I will make sure to create one of those for you right after this video. So whenever you log in, this is your dashboard. It's just kind of general information about the website. And let me open the front end of the website. So let's talk about the success stories real quick, and I'll show you how to create one and how to change these out. So let's first look at how to change those out. So you'll notice that there's an actual success stories area. We don't want to go there just yet. We want to go to soliloquy. So if you go hover over it and click on soliloquy, that will take you to the success stories slider, which is what this is. And we limit basically what we want to show. Probably a better word is featured. So we're featuring certain ones on here. And so whenever you click on that, you'll get in here. And if you scroll down, you'll see select items, and you'll notice that there's 4, and that corresponds with these. So 2, 3, and then 4, and then we're back at the beginning. So if we wanted to switch these out, so let's get rid of that. You can actually click in this area, and it'll show you everything that you can put in there. You basically want to ignore everything until you get down to success stories. And then you can click on the one that you want and hit update. And just wait for that to refresh. Refresh your home page. And you'll notice that now this one is also on there. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then if you ever want to remove it, you saw me do it earlier, but we'll do it again, is you just click on it and it removes it. And then we'll click back in. We'll scroll down to success stories, put back that one, and hit update again. We will refresh this, and now it goes back to the way it was. Fantastic. Okay, so now let me show you actually how to add, and we'll go to the success stories now. How to add one. This is the one that I most recently added. So I'll show you basically how I did that. So if we go to back on the back end, and now we click on success stories or hover over it, and then you can go to all, and you'll see all of the ones that we have. So the way that you would do this is you would hit add new, and that would take you to this interface, this one right here. So up here is your title, so the name of the business. This will be your description of the business, or the little excerpt. Name of the business again, or name of the client. That's up to you. So actually we probably do need to change that. So that needs to be Tim. Okay. The business website. And the little excerpt. Now, this excerpt, and I'll show you what happens. So let me copy all of this and try to post this in here. What I've done is I've limited the number of characters so that it fits and they all match and the layout doesn't get all weird. Like let's say this one was really long and this one's short. So what it does is limit the characters. So if I try to type, it doesn't type. And normally what I do is if I can fit 3 dots in there, great. If not, I'll backspace the last word and then put my 3 dots, like so. And let me hit update on that just to make sure that that works. Okay, so I've already done that. Okay, so the very last piece of information that you'll need is this featured image, which that image corresponds with these. So we'll want to keep the dimensions all the same. So if you need us to create the image for you, that's perfectly fine. If not, you just need to make sure that the image is 215 by 215. Once again, that keeps everything nice and organized and doesn't mess up the layout, and it boxes in really nicely. So let me actually not delete. Let me remove this so I can show you what it would look like without an image. So this is what it would look like without an image, and you would just hit set featured. And then what you'll do is if you have the image, you can click on upload, select file, and then that'll take you to your computer, and then you just need to navigate where it is and hit upload, and it will upload it. Or you can actually drag and drop files. So if you have a folder open somewhere else, you can just drag that image into this area and drop it in. And it'll upload for you. And where it'll upload is in the media library. So for instance here, actually hold on, let me just show you how this works so it makes more sense. So if I hit select file, I would navigate to Curiosity, Curiosity clients, wherever it is. So for instance, this file is in the images for VBOC. You would click on it, hit open, set featured, wait for it to pop up, and hit update, and that'll work. Okay, fantastic. So I think that goes over everything. And then if you ever wanted to delete one, for instance, you would just go back out into this area. So if you click on success stories, and then you could hit trash, and it'll take you to the trash. So for instance, this one I just recently put into the trash. And then if you wanted to restore it, let's say you accidentally deleted it, you could hit restore and it'll put it back into the published area. If not, you can hit delete permanently, and that'll permanently get rid of it. Okay, so let's go back out to the home page, scroll down to this section. So if we need to add some events to this, we can do that very easily by going to the events, all events, and hit add new. Now you can see these are all the events that we've added. I think there's 37 of them. So if you needed to add a new one, you would hit add new event, type in the name of the event. Don't worry about this section. I mean, you can if you want. This is a details section. So if I clicked on here, it would go underneath here. Actually, no. Yeah, we did use this. Okay, so like this is for like little extra details about the event. Maybe like how to register, or maybe things that are going on at the event. You can put that type of information in here. So let's scroll down. You can even put a subtitle if you want. That's completely up to you. This section right here is the time and date. So your start date, your end date, and it goes all the way into the time that it starts and time that it ends, unless it's an all-day event, which you would just click this and then just put the start and end date. The time zone, always put the time zone, just so people know that it's within your time zone. Like let's say they're in Eastern, but the event is in Central, that sort of thing. You can make it a repeating event if you would like. So you can repeat it daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, or you can customize it and do it that way. The next section is locations and venue, or location and venue. I've already put a bunch for when we transferred over, but if you ever needed to add a new one, you just type it in and then it'll remember it for the next time. And then the next time that you need it, you would just click on here, select a save location, and like let's say it's Herbert Field, and it'll fill in all the information for you. And that goes double for organizer. It's the same thing. If you need a new one, you can type it in. If not, you just click at it, and it adds it for you. And then on this right side is your categories. So the event type category, this first section, is kind of like the over. I'm not using the right word for that. Like the main category, I guess you could say, and then these are like subcategories. So if this is like a recurring kind of event that's going on, so like for instance, there's a lot of events for the VBOC at Gulf Coast State College, but there's different type of events. You could then like subcategorize it down here to make it more specific to that certain event, not just always it being VBOC event at Gulf Coast. So you can kind of play with that however you want to do it. Another way of doing it is you can change the colors of events. So if we look over here, you notice that there's this strip of color. You can actually change those, and all you would do is, these are like highly used colors or previously used colors. But if you go above it, you just click on it, and you can literally drag this around or put in color values or hex values, and color code your events if you so choose. I think that's it for the events. Yeah, I mean they're pretty simple. And then let's go back out to the events, and it works basically the same way as the success stories. So if you ever needed to edit one, you can hit edit or hit the title. If you need to get rid of it, you can hit trash, which it'll then take you into the trash bin, and then that's where you can permanently delete them. Now I have it set up to where, so this doesn't get cluttered. Anytime an event is over, it automatically goes into the trash, so that you don't have 1,000 pages worth of events that you have to go through. Just from like half a year or a year of events going on, this could get cluttered very quickly. If you have like an event that's very similar, but maybe like for instance, Boots to Business is basically the same event. It's just that the locations and stuff change. Actually, just the locations and the dates change. You can hit duplicate either here or inside when you're editing, and it'll just keep duplicating it. And you just need to change the names and the locations and that sort of thing. It makes it very easy to create a lot of events in a short amount of time. Okay, so let's go to About Us. And the way that you get there is click on Pages and All Pages, or you can just click on Pages, either way. And you hit About, and that'll take you here. And you can just come in here and edit it. So if you want to change the verbiage in here, you can, or if you wanted to add another list item, you would just click on the very last one and hit enter, and it'll add a new one for you. You can change, just basically anything that you want. It's very similar to like a Word document. Now I do know that, like, for instance, this is very big, but when we go here, they're a lot smaller and proportional. This is due to CSS, so if something like this needs to be changed, you can always email us, and we can help you out with that sort of, when it comes to the CSS styling of these sort of things. But other than that, if you just need to edit like the paragraphs, it's very easy. You just, like I said, like a Word document, you would just click, type in what you want, and then you would hit update. And it'll update the page on the front end whenever you refresh. Okay, let's go to the next page. Let's see, which is basic training, which is going to be very similar, but I just want to make sure that there's nothing different from page to page. And actually, let me just click from page to page and see. Okay, we've already been there. FAQs. Okay, so it's basically all the same. I'll show you the back end of it. If you just need to change a paragraph, you can do it like you did on the previous page. And then if you need to add a line item or a list item, you just click on the very last one and hit enter. And like, let's type test, for instance. And then if you wanted to link it like you do these, you would just highlight it, come up here to insert link, click on that, and then type in the URL that you need, and then hit apply, and there you go. And then because these are, I don't think these are all, no, yeah, so some of these are actually files, so I'll show you how to do that as well. So the way that you would do that is very similar to uploading a photo. So you can see that there's some documents in here, some PDFs and PowerPoints and Word documents. So you would do the same thing that we did when we uploaded this image, is you would hit add new. You can select the file, or you can drag and drop it into here. The only additional step that you would have to do is, let's say let's say this is actually a file and doesn't go to google.com. You would click on the file itself and it gives you an attachment detail. And if you click over here and highlight all of this and copy it, this is actually the URL that goes to this file. And you would just need to copy and paste it into here so that whenever somebody clicks on that specific link, it goes to a file instead of a website. And then if you ever needed to delete one of these, you can just hit the backspace until you get back up to the last item, and then you would hit update. But I'm not going to hit update just because I want it to go back to the way it was. Let's look at the FAQ section. Also, if you make a change and you go to leave, it'll actually warn you like, hey, you're leaving and the changes that you have made have not been saved, and just basically reminding you to update if you made a change that you want to keep. Okay, so let's go to the FAQ, and I think that'll be, yep, okay. Yeah, and this is the same thing. It's basically another Word document sort of thing where you can change the headings or the URLs or information, however you so choose. Yeah, and I think that'll do it. That basically goes through the entire site on how to update the events, how to update the pages, and how to add and remove success stories, and how to add the featured ones on the homepage. Alrighty, fantastic. If you guys have any questions, you feel free to call us or email us. Thank you.